evidence to make sure we got our people that have crossed over. Okay, we're crossing over.
Welcome back, everyone. Hi, GB.
Hi, GB. Hey, Madeline Biamonte. Thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambler. Welcome. Hello, Lisa, Whisper to Me, Tammy, Nightmare, Sweet Pea. Leslie Romani, G-Maps. It was like magic, right?
Hey, there's the Pink Dahlia.
Danae, Your Kill. Yeah, I saw it the other day. Carol Plant, Whisper to Me. GB, Elizabeth T. Anna, Amy Celeste, Pink Dahlia, Haley Ryan, Carolyn Parrish. Good to see you, Pink Dahlia. All right, so let me get this stuff up here.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, we're going here, right? This one. Okay, so evidence including photos and text that were presented during a preliminary hearing for Barry Morphew were made public by the court this week. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here. And just for those of you that have been under a rock, Suzanne Morphew was last seen on Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020. Her body has not been found. Her husband, Barry Morphew, has been charged with first-degree murder, tampering with a deceased human body, tampering with physical evidence, possession of a dangerous weapon, and attempt to influence a public servant. The judge that was on the case, Patrick Murphy, recused himself from the case, and a 4-day preliminary hearing was held in August of 2021 with a total of 20 hours of testimony to determine whether there was sufficient evidence for Barry to stand trial. We went through that tremendous affidavit, and it's still here on the site. If you ever want to go through that, it's a small novel. And during his testimony at the preliminary hearing, Commander Alex Walker of the Chaffee County Sheriff's Department said Barry Morphew claimed that Suzanne was asleep when he left on May 10th for a business trip to Broomfield. And Walker testified that Barry sent his wife a Happy Mother's Day text, but she didn't respond. And when Suzanne didn't return another text or phone call, Walker testified that Barry told him he became concerned and then returned home when a neighbor called to say that Suzanne was missing. Her bicycle was found at 7 p.m. the same day, not far from the Morphew's house. Her bike helmet was found 4 days later, less than a mile away just off of Route 50. It was undamaged. Here's a picture of the bicycle. That's an evidence. Let me make that a little larger. People's Exhibit 93. Walker said when deputies found Suzanne's bicycle, they found no damage to the bike, no skid marks leading to the bike, no signs of a struggle, no blood, and no torn clothing. He also said that Barry told them that he feared that Suzanne had either been attacked by a mountain lion while bike riding or had been picked up by someone, or that something bad had happened at a nearby recreational vehicle park. The investigation into her disappearance revealed that Suzanne had a spy pen because she suspected Barry was having an affair. They said she put the spy pen in Barry's truck, and there were photos released of this spy pen now, which looks like this. And that's there, right there. While in Broomfield, presumably for his business trip, Barry made 5 trips to a dumpster where video showed him throwing away numerous bags. FBI Special Agent John Grusing said he has never been able to explain what was in some of those bags. Various still images of those videos were made public this week as well, including this one. People's Exhibit 33. See if I can zoom in on that. He's got a pair of boots here. Some clear garbage bags. He's got some old boots on here. And that's in the hallway of the Broomfield Hotel. During the preliminary hearing, prosecutors with the DA's office said that on the morning of May 9th, Barry loaded a syringe for a tranquilizer dart, put his phone on airplane mode, and then shot his wife with the dart. He then chased her around the house until the tranquilizer took effect, prosecutors said. And they released various photos of the tranquilizer darts. People's Exhibit 69. Barry had told investigators that he owned the tranquilizer gun because he had it when he was in Indiana to sedate white-tailed deer to medicate them. During the preliminary hearing, the Chaffee County Undersheriff Andy Rorich testified that Barry had injuries to both of his hands and scratch marks on one of his arms a few days after his wife went missing in 2020. Photos of his hands and arms were among evidence made public. Barry told investigators that he got the injuries from a tree while searching for his wife. Skin on his hands looks very old, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, it looks beaten down and totally dehydrated. Besides the scratches and everything, let me make this a little smaller so you can see the orange. Okay. So he's got marks here, marks here, marks here, marks here. He's got a bunch of marks, cut scratches here, here. Other photos that were released included items that were burned in a fireplace. In the fireplace, investigators found partially burned wood, the remains of paper that resembled wrapping paper, 2 long pieces of metal like those of hanging folders from a filing cabinet, and strand material similar to that from book bindings. And here's another one. Okay, let me pull this over here and we can go over this. This is more stuff here. Okay. So there's a picture that we've all seen here. I think most of us have seen. I shouldn't say all seen. Of Suzanne with the bike helmet. And this is an Instagram business report. Showing where this was taken. Expires at active. Shows the metadata. There, status active, date created, April 30th, 2020. Text, wow, thanks dear, wish I still look that young, LOL. Media owner, Barry Morphew. Video uploaded by the account holder, ID unique identifier associated with the video. And then we have these texts. Let's see, Sunday, September 1st. I need your prayers for peace. This is from Suzanne. It's been a tough day. How is your kidney pain? Better? Okay, sweet friend, we'll pray for peace with health or relationships. He pulled Macy in again and left. My heart hurts for her. She's talking about her daughter there. We did read all of this in the affidavit. And the person she's speaking with says, those are such hurtful ways to help himself feel better. I'll pray for Macy too. That is heavy stuff for a 16 girl. Have you spoken with the girls privately at all about this? Not on a deep level, but open the door for them to ask you questions. It's such a hard subject, I know. She says he's not stable. It's guilt and desperate. Measures he's taking. Yes, she knows more than she should. My heart is aching for what he did today. She and I had a peaceful week. He came in and wrecked it and left, making her feel bad for him. It's sick. He looks for any reason to ruin it. I'm sure she means ruin it, right? Can be small, and he blows up, takes off. I believe there's still another. I can't win with him. He's too good at the manipulation. I feel stuck. I can't let my health decline again. The friend says, did he just get home from his trip? Probably feels guilty for missing her birthday. This way he can manipulate it into a situation where he doesn't look like the bad guy, but a victim again. Yep, Suzanne says. Friend says, does he ever do anything wrong? Suzanne says he was gone from Tuesday night until last night. Called yesterday and said he was injured again with his leg and coming home. Yesterday he was supposed to be the first day of season. It was all so strange. He kept telling me his phone is going to be off because he didn't have enough battery again. Friend says that is really weird. I'm so glad you and Macy had a good week. I'm sure she can feel the difference when he is there too. Suzanne says, almost to clear his conscience. You can look me in the eye the whole time. He couldn't. Same this morning when he told me his stories. No eye contact. I can't handle the unstableness. The day he cut his leg, he accused me of wanting to go back to town to get his meds and talk to someone. I came back with, I can't question you about another, but you can me? He literally opened his door while I was driving up the mountain like he was going to jump. His usual tactic when I bring up another. Then he pulled girls in and told them everything that day. I lost all respect for him that day. Friend says, if he doesn't get everything. I don't think he sees it that way, though. I would be interested to hear his conversations with the girls. Suzanne says, Macy mentioned us separating today or divorcing. She wants us happy. She's tired of the tension. She said, just go to Gunnison and live with Mal. My heart broke to hear her. He plays the hurt one. Friend says, does he have enough balls to talk to them with you there? She says he loves me and can't handle the pain from me not giving him love he needs. Doesn't mention all the damage he's done to me physically, mentally. Friend says, makes me sad that Macy has to put in that situation. How do you feel about separating from him? The friend says. Suzanne says he sat there as a ringleader the day he cut himself and told them all the things I believe, and got them upset and was just sitting back and egging on as if he felt justified and happy they were taking his side. I was sickened. I told them I was hurting for 2 years and they never knew because that's what parents should do. I feel no peace when he's here. I sat around him. I don't think it says sate around him. He's lost my trust. He will do anything to come out looking good and make someone I don't
Staples
like.
places your work above everything.
Sorry, stupid advertisement. I'm sorry. It makes me someone I don't like. I'm sorry. I just feel lost today. This is the lowest I've felt. I hate burdening. Living like this, I think, and then Suzanne says, I think when I press about there being another. He's resorted to this extreme behavior to scare me so that I won't bring it up again. I'm sure, the friend says. I wanted to try to make it work until Macy was on her own. I wouldn't feel safe alone with him. I don't see how I can get over the damage done. I feel numb. I've told him and he said, okay, well, let's just tell the girls I'm leaving and you feel and how you feel and you don't want me. I sound so terrible. I'm sorry. I know I've done things to hurt us too. Many things. Like I said, it's made me someone I don't want to be. Friend says he has pushed you so far. This is terrible. I would manipulate him right back and say, fine, let's go. Tell them. I have been recording all the things you've said and done to me in private. Let's see how they feel. After they see all of that, call his bluff. Makes me so sad, mad, frustrated, not sure it's the right thing, but I would be over it. Suzanne says, they know he's hurt me. I believe Macy probably understands the most what it's done to me. Mal just wants the old us back. Macy said today she loves us both and wants us both happy. Her friend Hannah has divorced parents and seems happy. They get along well, like my mom and dad did after they split. Not sure B could take that high road, though. And then the friend says it will eventually be shown to all. He doesn't take the high road. I think you have to think about long-term health here. I really do. Love you so much, sweet friend. Just want to be there to hug on you. Suzanne says, I told Macy that today about guarding my health, and she said, Mom, why don't you divorce then? It broke my heart, but it's true. Thank you for being here. I'd be lost without you. I know I sound so one-sided. I've done my share of damage. I just want peace. I'm not sure Barry would. They don't put that friends there. Went from sad yesterday to mad today. Typical for me once I think things through. No accountability on where he is and phone off. At least it's peaceful. The friend says that is good. At least, how was he last night when he came back? She said he never came back. Says he's staying out till Friday. He has a job outside Denver that starts next Monday. He will come back to prepare for that, I guess. Friend says, I thought he just left for a bit, like a cool down. Didn't know he left for the week. Suzanne says it's so messed up. Says his leg is re-injured, but he's on a mountaintop. I think he was looking for a reason to leave yesterday. Can't worry about it. He's unstable and double-minded all his ways. Friend says, yeah, that's what I was thinking. How can he do that with a hurt leg? Told Macy he was too hurt to stay and got her pity before he left. Friend says, you've been so strong and so patient with him for so many years. And Suzanne says, oh, Sheila, thank you. Sheila says, it's the truth. Not sure. I know a single person who could do it. Suzanne says, I was thinking this morning how long I have put up with disappointment and just feel like I'm to the end. Kind of like my mom. She had a long fuse, but once she made her decision, it was firm. Friend says, you were at your end before you moved and gave him another chance to start fresh. I don't think he'll change. I know, Suzanne said. The older he gets, I think it will get worse. The instability. Suzanne says, I was thinking of my Kokomo talks with you and how broken I was. Friend says, I would press forward, think about a job you would enjoy and how you can live a happy life a happy and healthy life and make some what-if plans. Yes, Suzanne says, I have. I've been thinking that way. I need peace. It's scary how good that sounds. Friend says, fast forward and think about it. Think about life worth. Fast forward and think about life worth him the next several years if it doesn't change. With him. Okay. Fast forward and think about life. She must mean with him the next several years if it doesn't change. With him, I mean, okay, thanks, friend. Then Suzanne says, once Macy's gone, I won't be able to do it. I won't feel safe. I've tried to hold on for her, but even she's wary of it and asking why we don't separate. Friend says, it might, I'm sure she means might, it might take some time to plan and get through all of it. I don't think it will be an easy road with him, but once you are through it, I feel it will be so much better. Suzanne says, I sort of wish he would just get fed up with me and leave. Does that sound bad? The friend says, being apart may be more of a blessing for Macy, and then she doesn't have to worry all the time. Suzanne says, I know, I feel so bad. The friend says, no, but you know he wants to look good, so, yep. Suzanne says, he wants me to be the bad guy. Friend says, well, if it means peace for you and the girls, you may have to. Suzanne says, just get fed up with me and leave. Does that, oh, excuse me, they put that through again. Let me see here. You may have to. Yes. D's, he control all the financial stuff. I worry he's been stockpiling. Okay, I'm sure she means does. He control all the financial stuff. I worry that he's been, I'm sure not stick, stockpiling in case of this happening. I'm sure he has. It's a tangled web. Suzanne says, I can't worry about that part. I've decided peace is worth more. Suzanne says, yes, I really want to talk to my sister about it. When she and John split, it was tough, but I'm sure she would have some advice. Friend says, yes, that's what I was going to say. Find someone I'm sure that's who, can advise you and help you through all the loops. Suzanne says she's been able to make it on the inheritance money from Mom and Helen. Friend says, that is good. Can you do that, or does he have control of that too? Then she said, B said he would pay all that back to me. Who knows? We used it to pay for this house and his bad decisions. In silver, that's a whole other story. Very strange. He's held on to it for years, even when we were losing bank. I feel he's supporting someone else. Yikes, that's scary, the friend says. Suzanne says he uses Sal as an excuse to give money to. I'll share more later. And here's the other part when she said, I feel that, what'd she say, my peace or, yeah, I've decided peace is worth more, and this is they have this a little out of order. I just want to make sure you don't struggle financially. I live in a shack right now. I'm sure he won't make it easy. He always has wanted control. The friend says the Lord will take care of your needs. You've been so faithful. Now it's time to let him carry you. Suzanne says, I can't do anything until we get our full payment for the house, maybe January. Let me see. I think then this must be, I'll share more later. Need peace, not sure what's next. Friend says, did he say anything or did he just walk out? She said, he said, if that's how you feel, I'm leaving. He tries to portray something he's not and hopes he will pull me back in. The friend says, that had to be hard to do on your own, especially knowing how he is, manipulating the girls. He probably never thinks you will stand your ground. And Suzanne says, told him when he involved the girls I was done with respecting him. Friend says he believes you need him so he can have that hold over you. She said he tried to use money as a tool and the girls didn't take the bait. Friend says, I figured he would use the money. That's what I was afraid of. Keep a close eye on money. He may try to move it or before you would file, because that, let's see. Because that, I don't know if that's playing now or something. And then she said, unfortunately, you did get different Barrys, one who is abusive and runs out, one who is manipulating, and now one who is wanting to make things right. Suzanne said, I stood my ground again. He left again. The friend said, so thankful you stood your ground, praying for your strength. Suzanne said, told him I'm done, that I need peace, not sure what's next. Friend said, did he say anything or just walked out? And this is where he said, if that's how you feel I'm leaving, he tried to portray something he is not and hopes he will pull me back in. Okay, so that's where let's go this way. We already did that one. Okay, these are a little out of order. Because this one's about the silver that she was talking about, which was, B said he would pay it all. What did she say about the silver? Here, right? She was saying he hold on to the silver even when we were losing bank. Share more later, so then it must. Every month for the silver he's dabbled in, he will have to pay support, and I'm sure he doesn't like that though. That thought, the friend says. Suzanne says, I told him if he got angry at all, I was filing a restraining order on him. That shocked him a bit. Kept him together though. Friend says, I'm wondering if that tied to the stuff with Sal, like you said, bad investments and such, all that will have to come out if you do decide to move forward. He can't hide anything from the something would file because that freezes everything. She said, he said, so you want to be on your own? Want me to stop paying all of your medical bills? Friend says that is just a scare tactic. He knows he can hold money over you. Is insurance through his work now, or do you have separate? She says we bought it separately. It's not cheap, but neither is the line of credit we pay every month for the silver he's dabbled in. Okay, this goes on this one. Dabbled in, okay. So we're down here. Hide anything from the, let's see. This is the same. Could use extra prayers today. It's been tough. How are your spirits? Getting used to remote teaching. The friend says it's a new world. Life also crazy and sad. Trying to stay positive. What can I be praying for, sweet friend? Suzanne says just strength going forward, taking care of myself physically in a stressful marriage. Macy and I had a tough talk yesterday. Very tough talk. Very needed though. She sees and is so perceptive. She's weary of the tension here. She knows how he is toward me and almost begged me to divorce him. It was so sad. Sheila, he's still pulling Mal in. I worry about her. She was, let's see. She wants to please him and feels responsible for his happiness. My heart aches for them both in different ways. Maybe a longer answer than you needed, but I appreciate your prayers and love. Friend says, you've been on my heart extra these past couple of days. I think I was feeling your hurt. I'm thankful that you were able to talk to Macy. Is Barry home more now, or is he still working? Oh, these are all out of order, so... Okay, and this is her friends saying, praying for your strength. Have you looked into the next steps if you move forward, getting out? Suzanne says, not really. I feel unequipped. Wish I could have an amicable talk, but dealing with a narcissist. Macy said, Mom, we could move to Salida and both get jobs this summer. Her friend Hannah has been through this. It's good now, but she was alone with the fighting at home before the fighting, What does he want? The friend says, have you talked any more about splitting? Suzanne says, it's so hard to know what's next. Trust in the Lord, guide. He threatened, but I've never come out and said I wanted it today. He thinks I'm holding on till after Macy graduates, at least. He probably thinks I'm not strong enough to do it, given finances. The friend says, I don't want your mental health to plummet in the next 2 years. That is so long. Suzanne says, LMK, let me know if you have any advice. Macy assures me that she would be fine with it yesterday. She said, Mom, why don't you just do it without telling him? She knows his manipulative ways. I don't either, and I feel it's slipping. I finally got him off the idea of building a house. I was so anxious thinking about it. Think it was my inner self just, no, I shouldn't move with him along with the chaos. She even mentioned a restraining order. I'm sick. I had a conversation like that with my 16-year-old. Friend says, I do worry about your safety. She says, I do worry about your safety. If things move forward, you would have to protect yourself. I'm not sure how much money you have a quick access to, but I would try and find a way to set some aside if at all possible. Building a house would not be good right now, and I think having those conversations with Macy are definitely hard. I know you don't want her to have to worry about all of that. Think about you and your mom, though. You got through some hard times together. Suzanne says she's been so... This one is Suzanne saying, I really and stay in this. What did he say? The friend said. She said he threatened to come home and pack. Ugh. The friend says, where is he now? Suzanne says he will make a scene and use the players working. Friend says, is Mallory home or at her apartment? Both home, Suzanne says. And the friend says, he's not going to be rational. Did something... It's all out of order. So this is LOL. The friend says, that made me laugh. We are sisters. Suzanne said, I need a laugh. I need some Sheila time. Ditto, sister. The friend says, it's Jekyll and Hyde again. He and Mal were together last night, probably switching it on when he talks with her. Ugh, I feel like I'm crazy. I just had a conversation with him, pretty much told him I can't be healthy and stay in this. What did he say? The friend said, okay, and this is that one. That's when he threatened to come home and pack, and then she said the girls are both home. Let's see what else we have here now. I got to read it this way. He's not going to be rational. This is the friend saying, did something happen yesterday that brought on this, or is it just building up and wearing you down? Suzanne says, money stuff, it's sketchy. The friend says, was he planning going with Mallory, Or was that just snag at getting something on his side? Suzanne says, I need to ask your opinion on it. He also asked me if I'm talking to anyone about it. Our marriage, like friends. The friend says, make sure he doesn't see your phone. You keep it with you? Yes, Suzanne says. When will he be home? Probably late, Suzanne said. Ugh, he came home when girls are gone. He won't speak of divorce. He's begging for another chance. I'm so torn, but in my heart I know who he is. The friend says, isn't that what he always says? How long can you keep forgiving him? That was convenient timing, too. Suzanne says, that's what I told him. He threw the 70 times 7 at me, always using scripture when it's convenient. Friend says, how are things on the home front now? Any changes? She says it changes like the wind as usual. Long text this morning of apology and declaration. It's sad. I feel bad. I don't want to cause him to have to do this. There's just become a point that the reality of what's never been there is so bearing. I've accepted what is. He can't change. The core person, makes me wonder what the young me was thinking. Friend says, does he feel that really too? She says, I was broken girl, just looking for stability and no confidence in who I was. He thinks we are great as long as he's getting what he wants. Friend says, the young us can't see past the outside of things. That's the wisdom they told us about. We would have till we got older. Wish there was a way to have more of that. In our younger years. Suzanne says, I have regrets, but Mal and Macy are the sweetest parts to this. No mistake there. Friend says, so very true. God's plan, every bit of it. She says, thank you for asking. How's the remote teaching going? Going well so far. I think our governor will announce that we are out the rest of the year. He is doing a press conference. Okay, and then there's a picture here. Google Earth picture. There's a bus. People's Exhibit 28. Here's another picture at the Holiday Inn Express with this circled right here. Here's another picture with, I guess this is an exit door. This is probably making the trips back and forth to the dumpster. Here's a photo of the lobby. Is that Barry working over there? Or coming through the door. I'm sorry, he's coming through the door here. Here he is with the boots, the garbage bags, this blue bag. He's got a backpack on his back. His boots here are muddy, look like cement on them or paint. Here he's coming down the hall again, the boots. Looks like 2 garbage bags in his hand, the same dirty boots. His shirt is clean. Here he's going out. We can see a Target bag. He's coming back in, hands in his pocket. Nothing in his hands. He's going out, nothing in his hands. He's out there, I guess they see him. Okay, here's the hotel, the work site. And they see him here, here. Doors are open. He's throwing away stuff. There's the dumpster over here. Here he is with all those papers all that we heard about all messed up. Bunch of messed up papers. His room. Going in the room with a bunch of messed up papers. Here he is out here. Going through some stuff. There he is. Here he is again. Here he is again. A bunch of stuff in his hands. Looks like the garbage bags. Looks like a coat. Here he is again. Bunch of stuff in his hands. This is May 10th, 2020. Here he is going. He's got garbage bags and crap. Here's the dumpster. There's a dumpster back there. Here he comes, hands in his pockets. Everything's gone. Out of the elevator. Coming in through the door with some metal shovels and things. Shovel, some tools. Got the tools here. Okay, we've got some more text. Let me make this smaller now. Suzanne says, I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. That's the, and there's a picture of Suzanne, 59. Then there's helmet, where the helmet was found. Let me make this a little smaller again if I can. I don't think I can. I have to make it smaller here. Okay, helmet found over here. The bike is over here. And here's the Morphew residence. This Barry Morphew, this is some kind of a, what is that? Venture MPS. Oh, this is in his truck that he's cleaned. He's got some cleaning wipes, some kind of stuff here. It looks like more wipes. Trail mix, almonds, this thing right here, at the hotel room, or is that his house? There's the spy pen. And this is the house, I guess. Looks like maybe the garage, because there's all the deer heads in it, and then this workbench. Here's the tranquilizer dart. Here's the dryer where they found that dart. Cover what there, which is the same as this cap. License plate of Barry's truck, and then the back of it. Bunch of clothing. A real mess. When he supposedly was cleaning his truck. Suzanne's purse. Her wallet. Money. Seats. Looks like a door jamb that was broken. Courage to change. Fireplace with the remnants of stuff they found there. Some wrapping paper. Looks like Christmas wrapping paper with a snowflake and a Christmas tree. This is the stuff from the book bindings, they said. Are these from the book bindings? And this was the other pieces. See what I mean about the grates melting? You see how this grate actually melted from the heat of the fire here? That's what happens when you have big roaring wood-burning fires over time. It actually disintegrates even the cast iron. Then you have, let me just see something. He's got a lot of discoloration up here from the fire. A lot of discoloration here from the fire. His hands. His arm. Okay, there's the bobcat thingy. Five 9/2020. There's her bike. No damage to it. Here's the scope on that. And that, let me see. Let me see here. Okay. So a legal expert, Scott Robinson, said typically evidence in this detail and in color isn't seen until it's admitted at trial. That quote says, doesn't mean it isn't done, doesn't mean to say anything wrong, but it is unusual to have this much of the physical evidence, the exhibits from the preliminary hearing provided to the public to see. He said that the visceral impact people get from actually seeing the photos, text messages, and more, instead of just hearing about it, won't help the defense in this case. Certainly, potential jurors will be far more likely to remember the details if they've seen the photos, if they've read the text, particularly because the physical evidence released pretty much all points to suspicious circumstances of suspicious conduct by Barry Morphew. Speaking of potential jurors, he said that while high-profile cases always pose difficulty for a judge to find jurors, he believes that there are enough people, based on his experience, who don't know about the case. I have no doubt the judge is going to be able to seat a jury because a lot of people really do not pay attention to what's happening in the world of criminal justice. As of right now, even with the release of the evidence, he believes the evidence in this case is overall well balanced, partly because Suzanne's body has not been found. The evidence is surprisingly well balanced after all. The prosecution has no murder weapon. They have no mode or They have no mode or method of murder. They have no body, he said. As for why the court would release it, he believes that the judge may have felt that it was in the public's best interest to put out that existing evidence. It's also better time than having it happen 2 weeks before trial or the day that the jurors are getting their jury summons. So it's a respectable interval between now and trial, and that's likely why the judge felt at least compelled to do it now as opposed to some other time. On February 1st, the new judge in the case is set to rule on the defense's request to move the trial out of Chaffee County. Robinson said that while a different venue may make finding a jury easier, it may not have a significant impact because of all its attention. It may make jury selection a little more easy, but an awful lot of people know an awful lot about this case, including national media attention, he said. So that's, hold on a minute, let me go back to this. That's what we have here on this. Hi, Juanita. Hi, everybody. Hi, L. Enders. Hi, Nicole Griffith. Nicole Griffith, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're okay. Debbie L., Kelly B., Mama Ames, Almost Famous. Almost Famous is poor Suzanne. She should have ran after her inheritance, but I know how hard it is to break away. I finally got out of mind's control after gaslighting for 32 years. Oh, glad you got out of that situation. Nancy M., Kubi, G-Maps, Carol Plant, analysis of the ashes, yeah. Yeah, the fireplace is right, Amy Celeste, yeah. From the Chandler Halderson, right? Why is he out? He can even travel to where his daughters live. Hi, Shelley Ellis. Oh, I don't know. It's enough to go through all that stuff. Snow remover, hello. Let's see. Yeah, I agree that the prosecution can't send a man to jail because he's behaving suspicious before he went missing. She went missing. Even though we all know that he killed his beautiful wife, he couldn't let go, says Kelly B. The telematics evidence show car activity all through the night while he said he was sleeping. Yes, G-Maps. Right. Pretty hot fire to melt that metal. Yeah, but that didn't mean it happened then. It does happen just in regular fireplaces. I mentioned that before. It does happen. It happened to us, over here at the other house. My father used to always remark about that he had to buy new grates because the fires got so hot that did that. And we weren't, there was nothing sinister happening, just really, hot wood burning fireplace. It will happen. You will have to replace your grate every so often. But, yeah, and living there, maybe he did a lot of, wood burning to heat the house. They could have had a heat lighter in there or something, some kind of a system in there, and those fires will get hot. I'm sure they did an analysis of what was there as they found that stuff, and I don't think they found anything regarding, resembling or testing positive for human bone or tissue or anything like that. So. Hi, Rosemarie. Juanita can't believe they let him out of jail. Let's see. Amy A. I'm afraid she's probably not in one piece. Kelly B says the text messages are so heartbreaking. I guess hindsight is 2020. Sadly, too late. She knew she was in a sticky situation. He had to work in the yard. Tried doors of perception, his neck injury. Plus, he has alcohol issues. Doors of perception. What happened to Phil? What do you mean to Phil? What do you mean, Phil? Phil who? The groundhog? It's not Groundhog Day yet. It's only the 30th. Tomorrow's tax day. Hi, video reel. Hi, Regina Z. Hi, Susan Defile. Tammy McD surviving the storms. Nanette. Anna. Devielle, Whisper to Me. Everybody that I missed, I don't know. But that's, you can't wait until they release the long text, she said. Her sister, that sent her sister that night before she went missing. You just got the one, I can't see the first one. I got the one, I can't see the first one, Debbie L. What first one? What are you talking about? I don't know. Hi, Chelsea. Oh, Phil Collins? What happened to Phil Collins? Something happened to Phil Collins? Hi, Ruby. Oh, a bot. Okay. A bot. All right. Well, it's 4:34. Now, I'll tell you something. I was going to do the string hearts, and I am going to do those, but I might just do it on a recorded. I don't know. I might I might do one, let it dry, then come back and show you what it looks like, and I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I need a little bit of a break, and then we've got YouTube at 10 o'clock. Please, YouTube's 10 o'clock. Hi, Jackie Burns. So, I may come back and show the hearts and some other stuff that I was going to decoupage, but I need a little bit of a break. Got to figure out, I want to go try riding the bike today for the first time since I've had COVID. So I'm going to try that right now and let you know how that goes. I'm going to try to do that at least 20 minutes and see if I'm good to go. All right. I'm not going to get rest, Shelley. I've got things to do. But I will be back a little later. Anyway, thank you to everybody for carrying the auction through with, throughout the night, morning, blah, blah, blah. And I will see you guys later. Everybody have a good one and be safe. Bye now. Love you guys. God bless.